Yeah, I just want to say that first of all, we're excited to be here to be a part of the All-State Sugar Bowl. A big thank you to everybody that's involved in the city of New Orleans. You know, we've had a week of practice back in Tuscaloosa. Our kids have prepared hard. Um, they've really studied tape. I think we've learned some lessons from last year's game, the last couple of years' games, and our guys are excited to get another opportunity. Clemson is a very good football team, very well coached. Got four starters on the offensive line that have played a lot of football, probably over 100 starts between those four guys. Got a quarterback that's extremely athletic, several really good runners, and obviously the guys out there on the edge are playmakers that can make plays in the screen game but can also beat you over the top. So with that, I'll take any questions.
Jeremy, how difficult was it to balance, with your own signing period, balance your duties at Tennessee with what you were doing at Alabama?
Well, the first thing I just want to say this: I'm excited about being the head football coach at Tennessee. You know, it's a tremendous opportunity, a great university, and I'm thankful to have it. But right now I'm working as a defensive coordinator at Alabama, and I'd like for these questions to be targeted toward this game and the players that are associated with this game.
Jeremy, people have gone through in the past at Alabama, Lane, Kirby. Has anybody reached out to you about kind of how to balance the two of them during this process?
I'm going to say it again. I want to talk about this game, not Tennessee. Yeah. Well, no, it's not. When I was at Tennessee, I worked on getting ready for that class, and being back, it was easy going back and start focusing on getting ready to play Clemson. You know, the recruiting part was over with on Wednesday on signing day.
Did it feel like, when you got back with the staff, did you just kind of roll right back into it, or was there some, process that you had to go through?
No, I mean, working for Coach Saban, this is the 8th year I've worked for Coach Saban. We have a tremendous staff in Tosh Lapoy, Carl Dunbar, Derek Ansley. So we're all not only, we work together, but we're all really close, very good friends, and we've done it for a while together, and it wasn't really that hard.
Jeremy, your injuries at linebacker, starting with the first game, how much adjusting and everything have you had to do this season? And also, could you talk about the loss of Dylan Moses and is Christopher Allen likely to play this week?
You know, we've had an unfortunate run of injuries this year. We lost several guys at the beginning of the year. Lost Anthony Jennings, lost Rashawn Evans, lost Christian Miller, lost Terrell Lewis. You know, some of the guys were out all the way up to the Auburn game. Some guys missed 3 to 4 games. It's been an unusual year with it. We've had to move guys around, and it's probably hurt some of the young guys' growth and development, because you're going to develop as you play the same position. Because of the injuries, we had to move guys around, and it says a lot about the leadership of our team trying to help the young guys to develop, and the guys have been bought in all year and willing to do and sacrifice to play any position that they needed to. So, we've got a lot of those guys back now. We did unfortunately lose Dylan last week, and it's a shame because he had really played well the last 2 games, and that was another guy that had changed positions. So we'll just have to next guy up, and that's kind of been the philosophy of our guys all year.
What are some of the things that make Kelly Bryant unique? I mean, we hear so much about how great Deshaun Watson is, but this guy's had a pretty good year too. What are some of the challenges he presents?
Well, first of all, he's a big man. He's a big man. He can run, great athlete. He understands their offense. He's been in their system. He's been behind Deshaun Watson, so I'm sure he learned a lot. These guys do a great job spreading the ball around. They stretch you with their RPO game. When he's running the football, it's a lot like Wildcat. Lots of lead blockers, and it's almost like he's the 12th man. He has really good arm talent. He's got playmakers on the outside. He can make all the throws. So if you decide to defend him and you're running with him down the field man to man, you got to be able to control him, because he's, with his feet, he can create explosive plays. But he also will scramble and look to push the ball down the field. So he's a very talented individual.
What is Christian being back with you guys? How does that help your team?
Well, I think all the guys that are back, we're excited to have everybody back, not just Christian. It's first of all, it provides us depth, and we've got guys who are now kind of playing the positions that they, played over the last couple of years. That's the one thing you sit there and guys have kind of waited their time, and You know, as a football player, you get better the more you do something. And these guys had sat here for the last couple of years and played behind some really good players. And it was unfortunate that we lost some of them, but having them back, it gives us a little bit of experience over some of the freshmen.
What have you seen from Mac in recent weeks, and how important will he be in this matchup, especially with Dylan gone?
You know, Mac has played the entire year, you know, really with a foot injury, so we've had to limit what he could do at practice. You know, he had his surgery after the LSU game, and the fact that he's been back will obviously help us, especially with Dylan being out. But we're excited to have him back. We need him back. He was playing really well until he got hurt, so we'll see how he plays in this game. Well, I've only been involved in one of them, so you know, he's a guy that finds a way to get open. He can beat you vertically down the field because he's got really good speed. He's a very instinctive route runner. He's got really soft hands. He creates yards after the catch. And probably the most important thing, he's probably as good a competitor as you'll find in the game.
What are the sacrifices that you have to make in terms of setting pressures in the secondary, and how do you think that's affected your ability to defend on third downs?
You're talking about against Clemson. Well, the one thing is, if you're gonna bring pressure, you're gonna put pressure on the back end. So if you're gonna bring 5 or 6 guys, somewhere there's gonna be pressure. The big thing defensively is you want to be able to hide the pressure. And that's the one thing you got to do. If you're going to do it, you got to be able to disguise and bring it from different spots. But we have some guys in the back end that can play man to man, and for us to win this game, we'll have to play man to man. Because of the quarterback, you know, the guy can hurt you with his feet. So, and then their run game. So we'll have to get up there and put some pressure on the back end.
What was that first meeting like with the players after the break, and then how long did it take to get back to, I guess, normal and kind of not like?
That was normal the first day I walked back in. I mean, I got a very close relationship with the players here. These guys are excited for me just like I'm excited for them, so wasn't nothing any different.
Did you give you any bit of a hard time, though, with it being Tennessee, a rival?
No.
Does Micah ever surprise you at this point, what he can do?
You know, Minka surprises me every day. You know, yesterday I'm sitting there looking. We bus over to the stadium, and I'm just kind of looking around. The first person on the field, the first person dressed out there is Minka Fitzpatrick, and he's down there talking with Coach Saban, and I know they're talking ball. I can see it. I can tell both of them's mannerisms, but he eats, sleeps, and breathes it. He's probably as good a competitor, as tough, instinctive guy that I've been around.
Do you think these hybrid players like Micah are kind of more than normal what you need to have as part of your college?
Yeah, I wouldn't call Minka a hybrid player. I would call him a complete player. He can play corner, he can play safety, he could play star, he could play wide receiver, he could be our punt returner, he probably could play quarterback for us. I mean, he's that type of guy.
So, I mean, as far as playing down in the box, also being able to have that ability to,
There's not many of them out there like him. You know, Deontay's a guy that I think when he got to Alabama, he started off as a wide receiver. I remember the first time I saw him was in, I guess, bowl prep in 2015. I'm just watching him, and the guy flashes because of the way he's got some range about him in the back end. The guy loves to practice. He loves ball. And when he's had an opportunity to play this year, he's played well for us. He's been a really good special teams player for us. So he'll get some opportunities next game.